and we are going to start our session, technical sessions as a part of your upskilling in on web development course. And today we are going to start with introduction to web development, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Coming to today's agenda. After this session, you'll be able to understand what is a web page, and also how a website works, and what is about web development, and also we'll get started with HTML in this session. We'll start with the introduction to HTML, and also finally we'll be having some doubt session. And my sincere request to you guys is you have attended the session, technical session, and based on your interaction in this session, and also after this session we'll be sharing you guys with the assessment. Based on the completion of that assessment, we'll be giving you ratings. My team is there here in this meeting. They'll be taking you your performance based on your interaction. If you're not at all interacting, they'll take zero. And after completion of your assessments, they will take some rating based on your completion, based on your performance in your assessment, so that this can be useful for you guys in upgradation of your role. Now you are working as in the marketing role. If you are showing your potential in the technical side, we will promote you guys to the developer role, and also we'll be getting you placements based on your performance. If your rating is good, we'll be hiring you to the 5x into the 5 extra directly, and also we'll be referring you guys to the our partner companies, right? So please pay attention. Yeah, guys, you might most of you might be using different websites. You'll be using google.com, you'll be using facebook.com, instagram.com, twitter.com, many. You'll be using many numerous websites in a day. But have you ever thought what is this website and how this website is working? Have you ever thought of that? Yeah, if not, I'll explain you in this session. First of all, we'll learn about a browser. What is a browser? A browser is a basic search engine where we'll be searching for different content. We'll be searching for Twitter, we'll be searching for Facebook. When we search for something in the browser, we'll be getting the data of it. We'll be getting the respective data of that. That is called that is about the browser. And coming to a web page. What is a web page? Web page is a simple document which is written in some language, a browser understandable language, so that the browser will compile that and display the output of the web page in the browser, right? And let us know about a website. Website is basically a collection of web pages. We'll be having different web pages, and collection of those web pages will be called as a website. Let us take an example. Here, if you see, this is our 5 extra website. Guys, is this visible? 5 extra website is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah,
Visible.
yes, thank you. Yeah, in the 5 extra website, we'll be having different pages. We'll be having a page for our profile. This is our profile page. We'll be having a page for baby and kids category. We'll be having a page for a shop, a store. We'll be having different pages, right? These are the different web pages, and collection of these web pages is a website. 5 extra is a website, and stores page, this is a web page. Stores page is called a web page, and profile page is called a web page. This is the difference between web page and website, right? And let's discuss about a static. We'll be having different two types of web pages. In those, we'll be discussing about static web page and dynamic web page. What is a static web page? Static web page means the page which is the content will be static, which won't be changed based on the time, based on the profile, based on the user. It won't be changes based on any factor. Dynamic web page is the page which will be changing. The content in the dynamic web page will be changing based on the different factors. that will be changed based on the user. Like if I log in, I will be getting my data in the web page. If you log in, you will be getting your data. If Sagar's log in, Sagar will be getting his data. Like that, the web page will be dynamically changes. That is called dynamic web page. We'll take the example for that also. Here if you see, this is I have logged in with my login credentials. I'll first of all we'll look into the static page. About us page. About us page in this website is a static page. This won't change based on any factor at any time. If we take, now it's 6:50, at 6:50 the web page will be looking like this. At night 12 o'clock web page will be looking like this. And if I log in, the web page will be looking like this. If you log in, the web page will be looking like this. Based on any factor, the web page won't change. That is called a static web page. And coming to a dynamic web page, if we see our profile will be changing based on the user logged in. If I log in, the profile will be showing as with my name and my cashback, the cashback I have earned and the rewards I have earned. If you log in, the web page will be showing your name and the cashbacks you have earned. So this is the dynamic web page. And after that, we'll enter into how a website works. We have seen what is a web page till now, and we'll see now how a web page works. First of all, to know how the web page works, we have to know what is a server. Server is a device, we can say it as a program, anyway we can say. Basically server, we can say server as a our computer system. Server will be having same our memory, our OS, our CP, our RAM, ROM, same. That will be also having the same. So that is called the server. Will be whatever we like in our system, we will be storing some files and files and folders, right? Same like that, we'll be storing our code in the server. And you might get the doubt where these servers are located. These servers are located in the data center. We'll be having a data center, and in that data center we'll be having series of servers, bulk, some thousands, some lakhs of servers in it. And in that server we'll be taking some space and we'll be hosting our code in that, so that we'll be getting the content. So I'll explain you the process, how we are getting that. And after knowing about data center, you're clear about data center, right? And after that, we'll get to know about what is the IP address. IP address is the internet protocol address. IP address will be different for different system. Your system will be having different IP address. My system will be having different IP address, like that. And the server will be also having some IP address. So let us see the example to find the IP address for that. Yeah, I'll open this. We can search for CMD. We can open the command prompt. We can type here IP config. We'll get our system IP address here. This is the IP4, IPv4, and also IPv6. There won't be much difference in this. IPv6 is the advanced one, and it will support encryption and authentication. And IPv4 is the old version, and it won't support encryption authentication. And also IPv6 will be containing the 8 sets in the IP address. There will be 8 sets. We can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the IPv4 we'll be having only 4 sets. You can see my IP address, IPv6 and IPv4, right? Like this we can see our IP address. If we want to see some IP address of some website, let us see 5extra IP address, ping 5extra.com. You see here I'm getting IPv6 of that. This is the IPv6 address of 5extra.com. So 5extra.com is hosted in this server, right? Let's come to DNS. Like we have seen IP address here, 5extra.com IP address is this much. So like that, we'll be having different websites with us. We'll be having google.com, we'll be having facebook.com. If we don't know these names, Google or Facebook, or if we don't have these names, we have to search based on the IP address. If we have to search for google.com, we have to write all these IP address. If you have to search for 5extra.com, we have to write all these IP address in the browser, and then we have to get the data. But instead of that, we have been created with DNS, domain name system. uh, Domain name system, this is the service. There will be a server, domain name server will be there. In that server there will be a mapping for IP address and the domain name, so that in that server this IP address will be mapped with the 5extra.com, so that when we call 5extra.com, it goes to the domain name server and searches for the respective IP address of the 5extra.com. Based on that, it gets the IP address. I will show you the image of that. Here you can see this is the this is our system. We are requesting for the interviewbit.com. Here you can expect the same 5extra.com, and it goes to the DNS server. From there we'll be getting the response as the IP address of interviewbit.com. We are getting the response, and after that this IP address will be again requested to the interviewbit server. There will be a server for interviewbit again, which is holding the code of that, which is holding the content of interviewbit. From here we'll be getting the response as a web page. Web page of the interviewbit will be displayed in our browser like that. So we are clear with DNS now, and we'll look into URL. What is this URL? URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Whatever we type here in this will be called as the URL. This is called as the URL, Uniform Resource Locator. We are our 5extra or any website is the resource here. We are locating the resource. We are searching for the resource in the server. We are searching for 5extra in the server. So that is called the URL. And coming to client server architecture, our web pages will be working on this client server architecture. Here there will be a client and a server. Client will be requesting for the website, and the server will be responding with the request. Whatever if the client is requested with the 5extra site, like server, I want 5extra site, then the server will be responding with the 5extra site. Server will be displaying the 5extra site to the client. Like that it would be working. I'll show you the example here. Here you can see our system. First system, here it is the client, and we have different servers here. The client will be requesting with the domain name here, interviewbit.com as a domain name. It is requesting the server, DNS server first, and DNS server is responding with the IP address, and again it is requesting the server, the interviewbit server. Like this is the entity server which is used to hold our content, used to hold our code. We'll be requesting that for our content, for our code to display in our browser. When we request, it will be responding with the respective page. Right. Yeah. Guys, till here, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
No, sir.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
No, sir.
Thank you for your response.
No, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you for your response. Let's see what is the HTTP request. We are seeing here something like we are searching for 5extra.com. Why we are getting HTTPS, HTTP like that? Why we are getting this? This is called as the protocol. Protocol is the set of rules. HTTP is the hyper. Sorry.
Text transfer protocol.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
HTTP
Correct.
hypertext transfer protocol.
Yeah. Correct. Correct. Who is that?
Subhadra, sir.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Subhadra. Yeah.
Yeah.
HTTP is the hypertext transfer protocol. Protocol is a set of rules. We'll be using this protocol. We'll be using this set of rules to establish the communication between the client and the server. If we don't have any protocols, if we don't have any rules, we can't establish the correct communication between the client and the server. There will be some difficulties in establishing that. No, we have to face some problems. If we don't have a standard process, we'll be having some problems, right? We'll be facing some problems. So to avoid that, the people have created this HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, and we are transferring like every website every website we create will be creating in the HTML language. HTML means hypertext markup language. Hypertext is the thing which is only understood by the browser. So we'll be writing hypertext markup language to build our web pages. And to transfer this hypertext to the from the server to the client, we use this HTTP protocol. If we can see here HTTPS. Why? Because HTTPS means hypertext transfer protocol secure. This is a secured hypertext transfer protocol, because there will be, if we don't use we get HTTPS when we have SSL certificate, secure socket layer certificate. So when there is secure socket layer certificate, our web page and our content of web page will be secured from the hackers. So that's why we get the hyper HTTPS protocol. When we search for HTTP website, we'll be having some HTTP websites. When we search for that, we'll be getting some error page. It will be showing like it is not secure. Please go through the advanced. So that will be, if we get SSL certificate, we'll be getting HTTPS as a protocol. Right? You are clear about HTTP. And if you see, we not only use HTML language, only HTML language to develop our website. We have got many different languages to develop our website. We'll be using some frameworks. We'll be using React.js, AngularJS, Vue.js. We'll be using different frameworks like this to build our websites. But ultimately, if we see, ultimately, though we write in any language, the browser only understands only the HTML language. So before showing that to the browser, it will convert that into HTML language. We can see to see the code of any website. To see the code of any website, we can just click on this and click Control Shift I. Control Shift I gives the code. We can get the code of this website. We can see the performance, like a network, what are the pages we have in this, the status of the page. If we get status as 200, it is successful. Page as retrieved from the server successfully, like that. So we can see the code here. We can see the HTML code here. Actually, our website has been built in PHP Laravel, but we can see the code in HTML, because the browser only understands HTML, so it converts the PHP code into HTML, PHP Laravel code into HTML. That's how it works. And we'll look into HTML in further slides more, right? And also we can also get this inspect. We can see the direct code using, if we right click on this and search for view page source, we can get all the code here, right? And also, if we want to inspect, you can right click on this and inspect. We'll get the same instead of Control Shift I. Control Shift I is actually the shortcut of that inspect.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Right? Yes.
Sir,
Who is that?
if anybody can see our code, where is the security, sir?
We are not showing our complete code. This is only the front end of that. We are not showing our logic over there. Logic will be hidden. Logic will be in the back end, right? So we'll be hiding the back end, and we'll be showing them only the front end, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
That is only for the developer use. If you see here, this is the developer tool. When the developer is when he is working on this website, or if you are a developer, you'll be working on some other example of website. So you are searching for some flexibility, some resizing of the website, or some color of the website. Or if you find this website, 5 extra website as good, you are you feel like this is a good website and you are looking to get this color, then this is the developer tool. You can get this color, like click on here, and you can click on this, and you can find the color here, right? Color code of that here. So that's how we can use this. This is basically inspect is a developer tool. while you are building this website also you can use this, and if you are getting any errors in the JavaScript code, you can look into this console and find the errors. So to make this developer friendly, they have introduced this inspect, right? Clear?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's come into the part. What is web development then? We have seen what is website, what is web page, and how the web page is working and all. Now, what is web development? Simple. Web development is the thing where we will be building, we'll be developing, we'll be creating websites and web pages. We'll be using different languages to build our website. So building our website makes a different different paths. Will be we have to move into different paths to build our complete website. We'll be having a front end development, we'll be having back end development, we'll be having database development, and finally we'll be getting into the deployment, right? Front end development is the look and feel of this website, adding the logo, adding these things, search bar, and what you are looking in the front end, while you open this web page, what are the things you are looking at your end. Those are the things comes under front end. This is called front end development. And coming to back end, when we click on our profile, it is showing some other page, right? It is showing when we click on overview button, we are redirecting to our profile page. When we buy something, in this web page, we are getting cashback. When we click on stores, we are getting redirected to that store. These are all the functionalities. These all functionalities will be defined in the backend. So that is called the backend development. And coming to database, when I log in, I'm getting my name, and also I'm getting my cashbacks, and also my rewards, and also my cashback activities. From where I'm getting all these means, I'm getting all these from my database. I'll be having my database. I'll be having database, like a developer will be having a database for this website. In that database, he'll be storing all of his users, and all of his users data and everything. Whenever a user logs in, if I am logged in, I'm getting this data. If some person like Subhadra logs into this 5 extra, she will be getting her personal data, like she'll be getting her name, she'll be getting her cashbacks, like that. That is called the database. And coming to deployment, so we'll be developing some website, and how we are getting this website, when we call some URL, when we call some domain name, when we call some 5extra.com, how we are getting this, where this website, where this data has been storing, means we are storing this whole data in the server. We are storing this data in the server. From there we'll be getting the IP address. This IP address is mapping with the domain name in the domain name server, and also the server will be getting some IP address. And when the user when the client searches for some domain name, some 5extra.com, then it will be reaching to the domain name server, DNS. From there it will be mapping, it will be searching for the mapped IP address. From there, then it will be getting the IP address, the client will be getting the IP address, then client will be taking this IP address and going to the particular server where the code has been deployed of the 5extra server. Then then it goes to the 5extra server and search for particular IP address. So then when you search for particular IP address, then this 5extra server will be giving it with the responsive page of that respective page of that. Then the client can see that page. This is the previous model. Like in the prior, we'll be having some data centers, we'll be having servers in that. We have to buy that, and we have to buy that server. We have to deploy our content in that server. We'll be getting that response. But in the current era, what we are using is we are using cloud technology. We are using AWS cloud. We are using Azure cloud. We are using GC, Google cloud, and we are using different things like this. We are using DigitalOcean to deploy our code, and to call that to make that globally accessible. We are using servers prior. Now we have shifted that to the cloud. Why? Because I will show you the advantages of cloud, using cloud. While we are going with the server, we have to, like, if we are having some 1 lakh customers, then we have to buy some server space, to manage those 1 lakh customers. If you are getting 1 lakh hitings, the server should stand alone. We have to take respect to server, like some some amount of memory, some amount of processors. We have to take if we are getting more customers, we have to take more processes. We have to increase the memory limit. So based on that, we will be buying a server. We'll be buying the total entity of the server, and we'll be deploying our content in that. But what happens is, when we are getting 1 lakh customers, it's okay. When if we fall down, and if we are getting only 10,000 customers, but we have to pay the total amount for them, total amount for that server vendor. We won't get any excuse for that, right? So we'll be saving that in the cloud computing. Cloud computing is basically like we have to pay as we use. We have to pay the amount for that which we have used the resources. If we use some resources, if we use one processor, and if we use some amount of memory, we can pay that for that only, instead of paying the total amount for that server. If we use or if we don't use, we can go with this, right? And also, this cloud will be maintained by the cloud vendor. Like if we take Amazon cloud, if we take some server space in that cloud, that will be maintained by Amazon. That will be maintained by the employees of that will be maintained by AWS, Amazon Web Services. We don't have to maintain that manually. Like if we
Hitesh, your
take
voice
like
not getting clarity.
if we take an example, now today we have 1 lakh customers, and we have taken some survey. Sorry. Is that clear now, Ramon? Hello.
Yeah. Can you speak something?
Is that clear now?
Yeah, yeah. Now clear. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yes. Yeah. Cloud vendor will be maintaining our website. For example, if we have 1 lakh customers, and we have taken resources from the server for the 1 lakh customers only. But suddenly we have our website got popular, and we have got 2 lakh customers. Then we have to maintain that based on our customers, and based on our increase of customers. We have to maintain our server. If we don't maintain that, the server will fail. No, server will go into the downtime, and we won't be our customers won't be accessible, with our website. So instead of that, if we go with cloud, the cloud vendor will be maintaining that. If we are using our 90, if we are into our 90% resources, if we are using at 90% of our resources, then the cloud vendor automatically scales our size of the memory, size of the processors, so that if we get any increase in the customers suddenly, we can accommodate them. And also, performance will be feasible. Like, when we are depending on the servers, we have to maintain on our own. But here our vendors are maintaining with our website. And also, we'll be having many different functionalities using cloud. We'll be having lambda functions, we'll be having auto scaling, we'll be having elasticity, and many things. So we'll get to know about cloud in our upcoming sessions. And coming to this, we have microservices. This is the new technology what we are using right now. And if you can see, we'll be writing different functionalities. We'll be writing, if we see here on our website, we'll be having one profile functionality, we'll be having one shop functionality, we'll be having one store functionality. And if we write all of these functionalities into one code stack, into one code file, and deploy that in our cloud or in our website as a single entity, in our server as a single entity, And if we get any problem at any point of any part of the our website, if we get any problem, any glitch or any bug in our profile page, as the code is wholly maintained as single entity in the server, our whole code won't work. Our whole code gets the error and we won't get any output. We won't get the customer can't be accessible with his website. So what we have introduced is the people introduced the microservice architecture. That the previously what I've said is the monolithic architecture. We are getting into the microservice architecture. Here, the each functionality will be getting into one container. Will be getting into one container and will be deployed into each server. So that as each functionality is defined as a separate entity, though we get some errors in one functionality, like though we get one error in the profile page, it won't be affected in the whole page, in our whole website. It will be affected to only the profile page. The people won't be accessible to his profile page only, and he can access the NV page in the website. So that is the advantage of microservice architecture. Yeah, and we'll start with our introduction to HTML. Like I've said, we'll be writing any code to view in the browser. We'll be writing our web to write our website. We'll be using HTML, hypertext markup language.
It is, sorry for interruption.
Yes.
Please give some gap for them.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah.
do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Please, could you tell about microservices?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, we'll be having two types of development here. One is, development in the sense we'll be defining our web page architecture. Architecture means a style of development. Style of development in two types. One is monolithic architecture, and the second one is the microservices architecture. In the monolithic architecture, what we'll be doing is we'll be writing the whole code, all the functionalities into one code file and deploying that one code file into the server. And in the microservice architecture, what we do is we'll be taking each functionality. Each functionality will be written in one code file, and that could be added into one container, and those containers will be deployed in the server. So that in the microservices architecture, when we want to call one functionality, we'll be calling that container particularly. And in the monolithic architecture, if we want to call one functionality, we will be calling whole code. We'll be calling whole functionalities, and it will be going one by one. And if it reaches one function, that particular functionality what we are calling, then it will run that functionality. The problem here is, if we have some problem in that particular functionality in the monolithic architecture, it is going line by line. It is going functionality by functionality. If we get problem in one functionality, that creates an error and the whole code don't run. No, whole code will be stops running and we won't be getting displayed with that output in our browser. That's the main advantage in that. And also the main disadvantage of that. And also second disadvantage is, when we call for particular functionality, it have to go through all the code searching for that functionality. That creates a lot of time, right? That wastes a lot of time. When we go with the microservice architecture, we'll be calling the particular container. So whenever there is a problem in that container, whenever there is a problem in that functionality, that container will be showing the error, and remaining containers will be actively running. There won't be any problem for the remaining containers. So when we take this example, in this code, we'll be having different services. Actually, we have built our website using microservices. We'll be having service for the profile page. We'll be having one service for the stores page. We'll be having one service for the categories page. Though we have some error or glitch in categories page, we are able to search for the get the profile page opened. We are able to get the shops page opened. So that's the main advantage in the monolithic, the microservices architecture. And also, when we are searching for particular page, it is not going through all the code. It is only going to particular container, completing the task. Right? Is that clear?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And coming to no doubts, right? Yeah, thank you. Coming to HTML, like I've said, HTML is a hypertext markup language. We'll be using this HTML for for creating our websites, and also the browser will be understanding only the hypertext. So though we write the code in any language, we write in PHP, we write in React, JS, we write in
Your voice is
Angular JS, we write in Vue.js,
your voice is
the
Hitesh.
code will be transferred into HTML language, to the browser and output.
sir, your voice is disturbing, sir.
Is that
Yes,
okay now?
sir, you are breaking.
Yes, sir.
Hello, is that okay now?
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hello,
Yeah.
Saga?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Sir.
I'll complete this faster because we are lagging with that time. Yes, will be using HTML code to display our web page, to describe the structure of our web page, right? And coming to the structure of our HTML code, we'll be having this doc type HTML to represent this as HTML code, and also we'll be writing HTML tag. And after that, inside these two tags, we'll be having one header tag. In this header tag, we can display the title of our website. We can add no will be this HTML is used to display the content to our website only. We can't beautify this content, like here if we see in our website, we are seeing different colors here. We are seeing different colors, we are seeing different borders, we are seeing different items, we are seeing different images here. But we can't display these colors and this styling using HTML. We'll be using separate entity called CSS for doing that. So to define CSS files, we can use the header tag. We can define style sheets. Style sheets are called the CSS files. And also to define the functionality, if you are clicking on one button, it is redirecting to some other. If you're clicking on one button, it is changing the color. These are the functionalities can be displayed using the JavaScript. We can add these JavaScript files in this header tag. And also in this body tag, we can add the content of our website. If you want to display something, like here in this website, I'm displaying welcome to a cashback amount, welcome with the family, like that, right? This can be displayed in the body content. This can be written in the body content to display. And in the footer tag, you can write the footer content. Like here, if you see in our website, we have some footer. We have footer. This is called the footer of the website. Copyright art5extra.com 2020. This is called the footer of our website. You can define the footer in the footer tag.
Sir,
And
voice is not.
yeah, clear with the HTML structure, guys?
Sir, voice is lagging.
Sir,
Sir.
your voice is not.
Yes, Sagar? Yes, Sagar?
So much of clumsy, sir.
Sagar, is that audible now? Is that clear now? Yeah. Is that clear now? Yes. Yeah. Quickly, we'll go in. We'll see the how to run the HTML code. Let us write the HTML code. I have copy pasted the structure of that, and we can write here in the body tag. We have the header tags, heading tags, h1 tag, h1 to h6. We can actually we are going ahead with the time, so that's why I'm moving faster. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Not visible. Is that visible now, Sagar?
No, sir.
Yeah,
No, Hitesh.
there was some issue with. Is this visible now, Sagar? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. This is the this is the structure of our web page, structure of our HTML code. In this structure, we can define different in the header tag we can define the title of our website. Also in the body tag we can define different things which have to be displayed in the website. Let's start up with the h1 heading tags. We have header tags from h1 to h6 based on the sizes. H1 is the biggest size and coming to h6 is the least size. Let us see. I'm giving h1 tag here, and for saving this, save as. While you are doing this, give your roll number. Your roll number underscore name dot html. Right? I'm saving this, and I'm going to my desktop, and here we can see my roll number underscore name. If you click on this, you can see I've given h1 tag here, first web page. Right? I'm getting the content given in the h1 tag displayed here. Like that, we can display the same using different tags till h6. We have different different sites to compile this, write this code, handle this code. We have VS Code, we have Visual Studio Code, and also we have different compilers in the internet. But primarily we have to be familiar with this. We have to be familiar with this notepad thing. To practice this, we refresh this, you can see here are the different sizes, h1 to h6. Clear, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the task for we are running out of time, so I'm moving faster. Task for tomorrow is do practical work on HTML, like what I've shown you, right? H1 tag, header tags from H1 to H6. Do that, and you have to upload that in our cloud. I'll be sharing you the cloud details, drive details. You have to enter into that. You'll be entering into assessments underscore newtons. Here you have to create a folder for that. Create a new folder with your name, with your roll number underscore name. In that folder, you have to upload a file. No, I'm uploading this roll number file. Yeah, I'm uploading this roll number file into you have to upload this in this folder. Yeah, you have to open this folder and then you have to upload the file. And also you have to create the screenshot. You have to take the screenshot of this and upload that screen and save that screenshot with the same with your roll number underscore name, and upload that into this drive location. And also you guys have to make the PPT, guys, on the topics whatever I have discussed till now. You guys have to make the PPT on that and upload the, save that in the same format, roll number underscore name, and upload that in the same drive location. Right? Clear, guys?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Yeah. So that we'll take up that, and we'll rate you based on your completion of your tasks. And also maybe our might be our team have noted the guys who are responding in the session, so that they might give good rating to you guys. Okay, I can assure you that. Also, please complete the sessions by tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll continue learning about, we'll get deeper dive into HTML and CSS, and clear our concepts in HTML and CSS, right? And if you have any doubts, you can ask, guys. We have some more 2 minutes left in the meeting. Guys, Sagar, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, please, if you do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, please ask me. The meeting will be ended in coming 2 minutes. Yeah, thank you.
Guys, please
Okay.
interactable.
Yeah, but you have to complete the PPT, and also you have to complete the task today of displaying H1 tags, header tags, and upload the file, text file and a HTML file, and also the screenshot of that, so that we can
Okay, sir.
we can give you the ratings based on that. After the session, your team will be, your managers will be sharing the drive link in your respective groups. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, is that clear, guys? Am I going fast? Am I going slow? Or any comments on that? Am I explaining you clear, or do you have to get a more
That's
content on that? Sorry, somebody trying to say something. Sorry, I'm clear. I'm not clear about that. Naresh or someone, Subhadra or someone are explaining something.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Naresh.
Yeah, okay, sir. It is good, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, teaching is very good, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Any feedback, guys? Anything to improve? Yeah. So that.
Good, sir.
Sir, please
Okay.
ask one question, sir.
Okay, I have to ask you questions.
Please ask some questions before you are telling any topic, sir. It would be more interesting.
Okay. But what's my what's my concern is you guys won't respond at all. If I call some name, you guys won't. Okay, I'll try to get some questions before asking you. Okay, like we have shared you some HTML and YouTube, CSS videos yesterday, right? Have you guys received those content, those videos?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, have you gone through them? And today also I'll be sharing some content on HTML and CSS. Please go through them for the tomorrow's session. And as per your request, I'll be asking you guys with the questions, right?
Yeah,
I'll be starting
definitely,
my
sir.
session with the questions. Yeah, I'm one of the I'm one of your trainer. There will be a lot of trainers, as I know, taking part of this web development course. So in different modules, you'll be getting attached with different trainers, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
And yeah, please try to complete those tasks in time, by before tomorrow's session, so that your managers check those tasks and